In the court documents and in Pablo's podcast, they report it was $28 million.
Pablo's podcast, I don't know anything about the court documents on this. I haven't seen them and I don't know. I'm not trying to be, I don't know. I really don't know. But the speculation is what it is. And why did they do that?
It's a lot of money. I mean, $28 million, $7 million a year is a lot of money for a guy that you didn't actually require to do anything.
I don't know why they did what they did, and I don't know how different it is. I really don't. And frankly, any speculation would be crazy. These were guys who committed fraud. How would I be able? Look, they conned me.
You're one of the richest men in America.
They conned me. I made an investment in these guys thinking it was on the up and up, and they conned me. At this stage, I have no ability to predict why they might have done anything they did.
Kawhi, Tomer Azar with Clutch Points. Good to see you again. Just curious, there's been a lot of talk around you and the Clippers and NBA investigation last month. Just curious how you're kind of approaching this training camp and kind of not letting that, get in the way, distract you or anything like that.
Oh, I mean, it's easy for me. I mean, I don't read headlines or do conspiracies, theories, or anything like that. So, it's about the season and what we got ahead of us right now.
The core of the scandal is the accusation that the Los Angeles Clippers used a now bankrupt company Aspiration to pay Kawhi Leonard millions of dollars in a no-show endorsement deal. This is alleged to be a scheme to circumvent the NBA's salary cap, essentially paying Leonard money off the books. And following the money trail, the $118 million invested, the investigation by journalist Pablo Torre alleged that Steve Ballmer, the Clippers, and other figures tied to the team invested a total of $118 million into Aspiration between September 2021 and March 2023. So the suspicious timing that was investigated, and Pablo Torre came out with reports highlighting that these investments often coincided with Leonard's payment due dates. In April of 2022, the Clippers sent $35 million to Aspiration for carbon credits. On the same day, Kawhi Leonard signed his $28 million endorsement deal with the company. In June of 2022, the Clippers CFO signed off on a $21 million carbon credit purchase from Aspiration 2 weeks before Leonard's first $1.75 million payment was due. And in December of 2022, the Clippers minority owner Dennis Wong wired $1.99 million to Aspiration just 9 days before the company paid Leonard $1.75 million. And in March of 2023, even as Aspiration was failing, Ballmer LLC invested another $10 million in there. So the Clippers and Ballmer's defense, the Clippers have consistently denied any wrongdoing, stating that their investments were separate from Leonard's endorsement deal, and they claimed the investment were made to pursue carbon neutrality goals for the new arena, the Intuit Dome, and Steve Ballmer has stated that he was duped and conned by Aspiration's founders. So the evidence against the defense, the contractual link, and there's also a mention of a clause to Kawhi Leonard's contract with Aspiration that stipulated that the deal will be voided if he left the Clippers, which critics say directly links the endorsement deal to the team's affiliation. And also the no promotional work. So Leonard reportedly did not perform any promotional work for Aspiration despite the size of the alleged deal. This is cited as a key indicator of a no-show job, similar to his load management days in the league. And also suspicious communication, a text from Leonard's uncle, Dennis Robertson, to an Aspiration co-founder about a payment delay further suggests a direct connection between Leonard's camp and the company, and also the rivals executives' perspective. So there's also a note that rival NBA executives have stated that this kind of deal is not the norm, and that the Clippers can no longer deny the responsibility of these actions. So there are potential consequences, and the NBA has launched an investigation on this matter. And if the Clippers are found guilty, man, there's severe penalties, $7.5 million in fines, draft picks forfeited, and potential suspension for team personnel, and also the potential situation where Kawhi Leonard's contract can be voided and he will be required to return the money that he received from Aspiration.
When the podcast came out, it was news to me. I'd frankly never heard of the company Aspiration before, and I'd never heard a whiff of anything around an endorsement deal with Kawhi or anything around engagement with the Los Angeles Clippers. So it was all new to me. I heard it. I saw some of the follow-up information. We spoke internally. Rick Buchanan, our general counsel, is here, who oversees any investigations. Rick had a conversation with Steve Ballmer, and we quickly concluded this was something that rose to the level that necessitates an investigation. In fact, one that's done outside of our office, and Wachtell Lipton, New York law firm that we've used in the past for for investigations like this, is overseeing it. And again, I would also say I've been around the league long enough in different permutations of allegations and accusations that I'm a big believer in due process and fairness, and you need to now let the investigation run its course. The public at times reaches conclusions that later turn out to be completely false. And so I would want anybody else in situation Mr. Ballmer is in now, or Kawhi Leonard for that matter, to be treated the same way I would want to be treated if people were making allegations against me. So the answer is, we're not a court of law at the end of the day either, that we have broad authority to look at all information and to weigh it accordingly.
Borrow some money. What do white people do? Borrow some shit. Hey, let me borrow like $10 billion real quick. I need to pay some of these people under the table. Like, are y'all not trying to be real honest? If I'm Ballmer, I don't give a what that calorie said. I don't care what it says. I am cheating. I got too much money to be on the same playing field with you broke ass. We're not in the same conference, sir. Right? You want 50 million? I'm gonna give you 45 on the. I'm gonna give you 5 on the books because I gotta force somebody else. 5 on the books, 45 under the table. Behind the scenes, don't even worry about it. I got you. You got a foundation? I got that. You got business deals? I got that. You want a percentage in what? I got that. Just go ahead and sign that. You too? How the all these people keep getting here? This motherfucker got the USA basketball team and this. 2 of these motherfuckers own buildings downtown. How? There's gonna be investigations after investigations. Yeah. It's not like the NBA want to catch me anyway. They work for me. Huh? Adam Silver, what you want? What you want? I think this investigation says you ain't found.
You want a building too?
Here's a check says you ain't found. What you talking about?
This could be the difference between the Los Angeles Clippers losing some draft picks and Steve Ballmer potentially being forced to sell the team. Pablo Torre got his hands on bank statements showing that in December of 2022, when Aspiration was literally dying, like they were about to go bankrupt, Kawhi Leonard was supposed to get his quarterly payment of $1.75 million. But Aspiration was broke, they couldn't pay him. Then something miraculous happened. On December 6th, 2022, a company called DEA 88 Investments wired $1.99 million to Aspiration. 9 days later, on December 15th, Kawhi Leonard got his $1.75 million payment. Oh, and that same day, Aspiration laid off 20% of their staff. Now, you're probably wondering, what is the significance of this? Well, the significance of this is the guy who owns DEA 88 Investments, Dennis Wong, the Clippers' minority owner, and Steve Ballmer's college roommate from Harvard, the guy who owns 1% of the team and sits courtside with Steve Ballmer at game. Let me make this crystal clear for you guys. The company was dying. They owed Kawhi Leonard money. Uncle Dennis was reportedly furious, calling them demanding payment. And then, out of nowhere, the Clippers' minority owner invests exactly enough money to cover Kawhi's payment. And if you think this is a coincidence, it gets so much worse. This was the first time that Dennis Wong had ever invested in Aspiration. The company's about to go bankrupt. They can't pay their employees. They're under federal investigation, and Dennis Wong decides, yeah, you know what? This is a good time to invest in this company. Come on, guys.
I understand that full contract and the services that I had to do. Like I said, I don't deal with the conspiracies or the clickbait analysts or journalism that's going on. So that's what it is.
Well, I think the allegation was that you didn't perform any services for them. Is that accurate, or did you do things for them?
I don't think it's accurate, but it's old. This is all new to you guys. The company went bankrupt a while ago, so we already knew this was going to happen. So,
you were named as like the largest creditor in the bankruptcy filing, right? Did you actually get the money that was owed to you in the contract, or?
No. But the company went belly up. It was frauded, as everybody know. If you want any more questions or more details about that company, you need to ask the owner or whoever else is involved in the fraud that went on.
Right. I think they said they owed you $7 million or something, right?
I'm not sure. I gotta look back at the books, but no, it's more than that for sure.
Statement regarding some of the things that have been alleged over the last month?
No, I mean the NBA is gonna do their job. None of us did no wrongdoing, yeah, I mean that's it. We invite the investigation. It's not gonna be a distraction for me or the rest of the team.